Hey everybody, it's Peter again for MLB Trade Rumors and Discussions. It is Monday, April 6, 2020. We're going to continue today with every MLB team, and alphabetically we are almost done. We are up to the Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies last year, when I was picking my teams to do well, I actually picked the Rockies to do extremely well. I thought they were going to make the playoffs and almost go towards the championship. With that offense, with the move for Daniel Murphy, I was like, wow, how could this team really lose? And then Kyle Freeland decided to just be a fluke for what he pitched from the year before. Gray can't stay healthy. Marquez didn't pitch the way he could pitch, and it was just awful to watch that team pitch. Now, hitting is never their problem, right? When you got Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story and Charlie Blackmon, Daniel Murphy and David Dahl, I mean, it just goes on and on, right? They can hit no matter, they will always score you a ton of runs. But if you can't pitch, Wade Davis was awful last year. So if you can't pitch, it doesn't matter how much you hit. Story of what I'm going to go to you. This year, there really wasn't anything the Rockies did. They're pretty much going with the exact same team. But here's the difference. Nolan Arenado will be traded. All because of this coronavirus and everything. Who knows how many games MLB is going to get in and what's about to happen. I 100% believe in my heart, if they have a season and if they had a trade deadline and this all goes to plan, Arenado will not be there. And if they tend to have a shortened season and they decide to keep him one more year, he won't be there after that. It just doesn't make sense. Look at the Boston Red Sox, right? They had Mookie Betts, but they knew he had one more year left and that was it. So they traded him for something. Why does Colorado want to go down this path where you keep him for another few years as he gets a little bit older, and maybe you don't get as much for him, and you're not even close to the playoffs? You need a whole ton of pitching. Marquez is good, but after that, Gray, you don't know if he's going to stay healthy. Freeland, I don't know what I've seen from this guy last year. He went to the minors and he was getting killed, right? He just looked, unless he's tipping his pitches and something happened to this guy and he has a bounce back year, then I can say, okay, that'll be scary. But it wasn't too long ago when 2017, when the Diamondbacks and Rockies were going at it, right? And the Rockies just went there. It's tough to see. Charlie Blackmon is getting older. Arenado is still in the prime of his life, so it's great. Daniel Murphy, he should be gone at the trade deadline for me. If Colorado doesn't do anything, Murphy's a perfect candidate to go, right? To me, you start this whole team over. You get a ton of prospects for Blackmon and Arenado and Murphy, and you build up, and you start getting pitching, and you build that pitching, because no matter what, you still got young guys. You keep Story, right? You build around him. Tapia, Dahl, these guys can play. You build around McMahon, I'm sorry I didn't even mention this guy. He could play second and first. Another solid player that's going to get 20-something, 30 home runs. You build around these guys. You're always going to hit, but you need pitching, right? You got a closer now. To me, Oberg should be the closer, right? Davis is another guy. He needs to go. Get him to like a veteran team. Let him get, be a veteran, pitch somewhere else. Get guys for him. Just build for the Rockies. You keep all these guys, you're not even going to get close. It's not going to matter, and it's going to come to a point where if you don't pitch well, the hitting is going to struggle eventually, and it's just Arenado is going to be more. It's going to be more controversy. He's going to start complaining that they're not winning, and then it's just going to be a hellstorm, and then he's going to know he wants to get out of there, and everyone's going to know that, and you're not going to get as much back for him, right? To me, it just doesn't make sense. Sorry, this is my hair. To me, it just doesn't make sense with what they're doing. I don't know. That's why I love Hazen. Hazen is smart. He just knows what he's doing. As much as I'm not a big Brian Cashman fan back then, he's proved to me he's a fantastic GM. Now, he really has been amazing with the Yankees. Look at the Mets. They have ruined their team. They went from a team that should have beaten the Royals to just tank. Look, they lost everybody. Right? Syndergaard had Tommy John surgery. They ruined Harvey. It's just, they mess things up, the Mets. They don't need to do this, Colorado. They have potential, and they need to make these moves. So, from my opinion, is Nolan Arenado will be gone either this year or definitely by next year for sure. It all depends on how this virus situation goes. But I'm telling you guys, like, as a diehard Diamondback fan and telling the Rockies, you're not going to beat Arizona, you're not going to beat the Padres, and you're definitely not beating the Dodgers. Right? How could they even go into that thing thinking they can pitch against the Dodgers? It's just incredible, you know? It won't last. So what's the point? If you're not going to go to the championship, what's the point in keeping all these guys? Colorado fans are amazing. They will show up no matter what. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.